guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming, I think this is probably part 5 or 6 of a series that I've done over the years on my channel. But basically, I do this weird thing. When I get new makeup, I save the packaging. I don't keep the product in the packaging, I just save the packaging. And then when my bin is full, I film this video. So if you are interested, if you're nosy, if you want to see over the years what I've been hoarding, I would highly recommend checking out my playlist. I'm going to attach that at the end. But if you're curious to see makeup packaging that I've been hoarding over the last year or so, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on my channel. I am living my best life today. I'm wearing the Angelica Nyquist X Kaleidos Club Nebula palette. I just finished filming 3 looks with this gorgeous palette. I'm so excited. That video should already be up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you can check out that video. It was highly requested, so I'm very excited. I think it's like my first ever 3 looks 1 palette video, so it's a big deal for me, guys, okay? Anyways, I have my garbage bag handy. I think I'm going to be able to recycle most of this packaging, but I usually like to put it in a garbage bag so it doesn't make a mess in my makeup room. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay guys, my bin is full. This is actually really embarrassing, and a lot of this stuff I don't even know if you guys have seen on my channel yet. But anyway, so the first thing is this Kimchi Chic and Naomi Smalls 2 Queens in 1 Desert eyeshadow palette. And I actually did a full face of Kimchi Chic beauty on my channel towards the beginning of this year. So I'm going to be holding on to this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the box because I don't need it. Next I have the At Forest Sight packaging from the Raw Beauty Christy X ColourPop collab. This packaging is so cute. See, this is how it happens. You get attached to packaging and then you buy the collaboration. Anyway, I'm not keeping this. It's going in the trash. If somebody wants it, let me know. I'll mail it to you. Not the palette, just the packaging, okay? We got the Huda Beauty Naughty palette packaging. It's literally clear, so why am I keeping it? I have the sleeve for the Lethal Cosmetics palette that they sent me. This is their Velvet Dusk collection. I don't need to keep that. You guys have not seen this palette on my channel yet, but this is the Sample Beauty, the Painters palette. And this was a collaboration by Beth Painter. I'm planning on filming a Sample Beauty video. I need to do it because I want to try this brand. I have 2 palettes from them that I've never used, so that is on my list, but I don't need the cover. We have the Nomad Iceland palette packaging. Such a good palette, but I don't need to keep the box because that is excessive. The One Size by Patrick Starr Visionaire eyeshadow palette. I bought this to try it out, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to show it on my channel because I don't even think you can get this palette anymore. So I'm actually going to save the box because I want to put the eyeshadow palette in a giveaway for you guys. We've got the Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse palette. This is a gorgeous palette from Lunar Beauty, and if I have a video with it, I'll let you guys know. Probably not going to be able to link all the videos, but you can always search those in my channel video section. Okay, I have these sleeves that came with the Made by Mitchell palettes. I'm going to hold on to these because I think it's really cute. And I kind of want to do more looks with those palettes because I haven't really played with them that much. I used them in a first impressions video and I haven't used them since, so I'm definitely going to make sure I play with them more in 2021. Okay, we have the by Beauty Bay Sunset Horizon palette, another palette that I have not shown on my channel yet, but this one is still available on Beauty Bay, so I will get to it. I'm not going to keep this. It's like the plastic cover for Made by Mitchell. We've got the Nabla Ruby Lights Glitter palette. I'm keeping that palette, so I'm gonna throw the box away. I feel like I'm gonna need more than 1 garbage bag here. Okay, anyway, I have the Greek Goddess palette by Lunar Beauty. I bought this one on Beauty Bay. I didn't really need this palette, but I don't think you can really find it that easily, so when I saw that it was available on Beauty Bay, I snagged it. Natasha Denona Trio Chrome. Obviously, I'm keeping this palette, so I'm gonna toss the box. I have these Holo Taco boxes. These are so nice. They send them in like a foam insert packaging, which I think makes it so secure. And you guys know I'm a huge Holo Taco fan. I'm actually wearing the shade Green Screen on my fingernails today. I just got the shade in the mail. Ooh, this is so fancy. This is the new packaging for the Natasha Denona Eyeshadow Palette 28. This is the Green Brown palette. And I actually picked those up over Black Friday and I still haven't used my palettes. Purple blue palette. So I want to do like a multiple looks video with those palettes. I just figured I'd maybe plan that for around Thanksgiving time because I think that's the best time to pick up those palettes because they're so expensive. I honestly never thought I would own them. My husband bought them for me over Black Friday. Otherwise, I don't think I would have bought them because I cannot afford that kind of eyeshadow palette budget. So I have the Raw Beauty Kristi X Pure collab. I don't know why I ended up buying this because you can't even get this palette anymore. It was a bad move on my part because I didn't get it at the initial launch. So I don't think anybody's really interested in seeing videos on this palette. So I might actually save this box because I haven't even swatched it. And I might just like put it in a giveaway because I'm sure there's bigger Raw Beauty Kristi fans out there than me. I'm not that into her channel. So maybe I can save that for a giveaway because if I haven't swatched it, I can give it away. This is the packaging for the Clown Blush from Likely Makeup. Such a good blush palette, so unique. I also have the Drama Queen Glow and Shine from Kimchi Chic Beauty. I got this as a gift from a subscriber, so I'm going to ditch the box, but I do have the palette. Okay, we have the Beauty by Stoney Remedy Eyeshadow Palette. This is a small indie brand, and I have the Side by Side Nude Palette from Nabla. This is a really awesome neutral palette from a European indie brand. They're also sold on Ulta if you're interested. This is a really good palette. I got it in a Trend Mood box, so I'm definitely keeping that. Okay, this is a Lethal Cosmetics like face palette sleeve. I also have their After Dark palette sleeve. I don't really need those for any particular reason. I still haven't filmed with my Shared Planet palettes. It's definitely a goal for 2021. I have to do a first impressions video with these palettes because I've had them for way too long and I had that brand on my list of brands to try in 2020. We've got the Melt Beetlejuice Recently Deceased box. I have my other sample beauty palette that I've never tried, the Jewel Tone palette, so gonna get rid of those. Actually, I might keep this sleeve in case I decide to give this away. I feel like I should be keeping these because like Beetlejuice fans are probably crying, but I don't need this. So this is the Waiting Room palette box. It's very cool packaging. ColourPop Brocade palette, another palette I have used off camera but not on camera. I'm not really into cool tones, but this packaging sold me on this palette. Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter. I recently recommended this for the Sephora sale. I'm actually wearing it today, so I'm going to toss the box. We've got the Muse Beauty Van Gogh palette. Still haven't tried this one out, but I'm going to get rid of the box. I have the Prismatic box from Becca x Barbie Ferrara. I don't know. This was their holiday face palette. I think I got it for 10 bucks on Ulta, and it's actually really good, but I wouldn't have bought it for full price. We have some makeup bags and like a brush roll. Apparently, I thought that this was a good place to put those. Okay, I keep this every single time. This is the Deep Sea Luster palette box from Kaleidos. I think it's time to toss the box, okay? And then we have the Sigma Sculpted Highlight and Contour palette. Sigma sent me this palette because I wanted to know if it was tan girl friendly, and it is. Really like all of the eyeshadow and face palettes I've tried from Sigma so far. Here's another box from their Sigma Holiday Collection in 2020. I have the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. This one's okay. It's not my favorite, but I'm going to hold on to it. We have the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad box. Obviously, I'm going to keep the quad, so I'm going to toss the box. Got another brush holder. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Party All Night, Stay All Day box. I like that product. I don't need the box. P. Louise Worldy palette. Definitely don't need that box. I have the box for the Celestial Divinity palette. I love this palette so much, so definitely don't need to keep the box. We have the Black Moon Urban Myth palette. I like that palette, so I don't need the box. I love this packaging. This is the Juvia's Place Valhalla 2. Probably my favorite Juvia's Place palette of all time. I'm tempted to keep this, but I don't need it. I want to cut out that artwork is so pretty. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it, okay? If you have a problem, you can come fight me. Also, I'm sorry, my dogs are barking. But somebody's probably delivering a package, so they're just gonna keep doing that. Okay, ice cream palette. This is so obnoxious, but also kind of adorable. I think I'm gonna keep this just for a few more months, okay? Lisa Aldridge bag, I'm gonna hold on to that. Maybe I can gift it to somebody that's a big fan. The Fenty Honey Waffles Cream Lip Gloss, I love that. I'm keeping that. Pat McGrath Labs highlighter. I don't love the highlighter, but I'm gonna get rid of the box. Tower 28 Almond Lip Gloss. I love this guy. If you haven't caught on yet, if I love the product, I'm not keeping the box because I'm planning on using up the product, okay? Just to clarify. Okay, the other Pat McGrath quads from Holiday. The Fairy Blush Box from Likely Makeup, another really good blush palette. Sigma Beauty gift set from Holiday that they sent me. I already sold this palette. I'm pretty sure this is the Nomad Cartagena Magica palette. I was not a fan. And then I have the Sigma Blush palette that they also sent me. I haven't used this yet, so again, I might hold on to this box just in case I decide to give it away instead of using it. It's the Be Perfect Clientele palette. And then I have the Book of Magic palette box. This palette got discontinued. I don't really know why, but I don't need to hold on to the box because I love the eyeshadow palette. Okay, I have the Midas Cosmetics like neon cake liner palette box. I don't need that. Here's another beautiful packaging. This is the Urban Decay Stone Vibes box. I mean, I have the palette, so I don't need the box. Another Sigma holiday gift set. Natasha Denona Glam. We're gonna get rid of the box. Nomad Lake Como palette. I got this in a Tribe Beauty box, so I'm gonna toss the box. Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow palette. It's okay, not my favorite. We have another Fenty Beauty Snap Shadow palette box. The Essentials palette from Sigma. I love that still. The Marielle palette with Too Faced. That one was okay. I really fell for the color story and I really went for the Too Faced hype for a little while, but I think I'm over that now. I also have the box for the Nikkie Tutorials X Beauty Bay collaboration. I don't need that. So I have the Lion King collab. Luminous, I believe they're an MLM. I didn't know it at the time when I bought this because I bought it on Ulta's website. So I'm going to keep the eyeshadow palette, but I'm going to stop saving that box because I've held on to it for a couple of years at this point. Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. We like that. We have the High Times cover for Midas. I don't know if they make this palette anymore, but I'm going to toss the cover. Another Lethal Cosmetics sleeve. This packaging is so cute, but I don't need it. Another Sigma holiday set. The Pastels cake liner from Midas. The Gucci powder. Oh my gosh. This is the box for the Gucci bronzer. I feel like I can let that go. I don't need that. Okay, we've got the Midas Cosmetics Neon MUA. This is their PR box and it's beautiful, but I don't think I need to hold on to this anymore. Okay, we have some of these Melt Bee blush. I'm gonna have 3 of these come up at some point. So this is the Melt Raw Honey box that I don't need. Sigma Warm Neutrals. I already gifted this palette to a friend because they already launched a new version of their Warm Neutrals palette. The Sigma brush set. This is the Juvia's Place Nubian Royal palette. This was a gorgeous purple eyeshadow palette. Highly recommend if you're into purple eyeshadows. Still haven't used the Nomad Cosmetics Tokyo palette. I really need to use this one before 2021 ends. I swear. This is the Sigma holiday eyeshadow palette called the Rendezvous. It's so good. The Hourglass Sheer Color Trio. I'm actually wearing the bronzer from this palette today. It's so gorgeous. The Pat McGrath, another quad from Holiday 2020. Okay, the Midas Volume 1.2. This is their colorful palette, the Artistry palette. I need a Nude Glow Natasha Denona highlighter. That's a nice highlighter. It's not my favorite. I swear, I have such hit or miss luck with Natasha Denona. Sometimes I love her highlighters and face products and others I just don't love that much. So anytime she comes out with a new face product, I'm always on the fence because I don't know if I'm gonna love it or hate it. Okay, this is from My Alley Beauty. This is the Yasmin palette. They actually sent this to me in PR, but since I got this palette, they've actually decided to shut down and I never used this palette, so I'm actually going to keep this box and save the palette for a giveaway for one of you guys. The Nubian Glow palette. I wasn't as big a fan of that one as I was the purple palette. The Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize palette from Charlotte Tilbury. This was our holiday 2020 palette. I think you can still buy this though. I have the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. This was actually a really nice palette. I did a live with it. I would love to film a look with it in case you guys were interested. This is the Hourglass Infinity powder. It's okay. It was like a $50 powder. I wouldn't repurchase. This is the Give Me Glow. I love this highlighter. I can't remember the shade, but it was like the peachy orange one. And then this is one of the Kaleidos contour sets. This was one of the packaging from that set. Sigma Beauty Untamed palette box. Such cute packaging. It has like a suede texture on the front. That's so freaking cool. Cotton Candy from BH and Cherry on Top palettes. I think Cherry on Top, I think, was still available on the BH Cosmetics website. I was literally on there today because they launched those new Decades palettes. Melt Morte. I'm just gonna toss this box. I don't need it. I don't need it. Danessa Myricks. This is the Lightworks 2, I think. Yeah. This one, if you're my skin tone, it's gonna be a little too dark. So I would recommend trying the one in the silver packaging. It's called Lightworks 1. Carnival 3. Love this palette. I just ordered their Dream Big palette. I cannot wait to get it, but I don't need the box from the other palette. Nomad Cosmetics. I really like this palette from them. This is the Orient Express. We have the Tiny Marvels from Mel Thompson. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to keep it. I like the palette. I don't need the box. Okay, we have the She's in Parties palette. So good. Don't need the box. Juvia's Place the Mauve. Such a good palette. Sweet Shop Pistachio. Out of stock, but it's still on the BH website, so maybe it's going to come back. I don't know when, but I hope they bring it back soon. Okay, we have the Sweet Pinks by Juvia. Such a cute 6-pan palette. Another holiday set from Sigma. And then the Khaki Obsession palette from Huda Beauty. This was not a favorite of mine, but I'm going to keep the palette, so I'm going to get rid of the box. The one drawback of being a beauty YouTuber sometimes is that you buy palettes that you don't end up loving, but you keep anyway because you want to reference it in a future video. Sometimes you don't even end up doing that. You just keep the palette saying, someday I'm going to reference this palette in a video, and it never happens. And then you're perfectly okay with that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so we got the Juvia's Place Taupes box. We've got a Salt New York bag that I don't need. We have the Natasha Denona Chromium Shadow in Scarab. Such a beautiful shade. I can't wait to compare it to the Lethal Cosmetics multi-chromes that they just launched. I've got my Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. Can't believe how much you guys enjoyed that video. We got something for the Juicy Boost. I think this was all the like juicing recipes that I never tried. The Bubblegum palette, this one is still in stock on BH Cosmetics, so if you haven't picked this up yet, I'm pretty sure I have a video with this palette. Such a good palette. The Alva Eyeshadow palette from Odin's Eye. I like this palette. It's one of my favorite neutral palettes from them, but I don't need to keep the sleeve. Okay, since I got rid of Morte, I have to go ahead and get rid of Vita. I don't need it. The Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick. This is a really nude shade. I don't know how much I love it, but if you guys are curious to see what it looks like, I'm actually wearing it in my Sephora sale recommendations video, so you can see how that looks on my skin tone if we have a similar skin tone. This is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. I love NARS foundations, but this one was not my favorite, but it's too late to return it now. I'm going to have to use it up or give it away to somebody, so I'm going to try and use that foundation up. And then I think it's time to get rid of the Disney Aladdin packaging. I feel like all the Disney fans are gonna scream at me. Okay, maybe I'll keep it because it is really, really cute. And it's tiny, so I don't feel like it's gonna take up that much room. Becca Dahlia, that was gifted from a subscriber. I have another Raw Beauty Christie eyeliner packaging. This is the highlighter by Ofra in the shade Bali. Such a beautiful highlighter shade for my skin tone. Another Melt Blush and the Gingerbread Spice, like the baby palette. I think I used it once, maybe? That was kind of a regret buy. I was on a high from the pumpkin spice, so I bought the little gingerbread palette. Okay, I can say bye to the child palette because I have the palette. I don't need the packaging. I'm gonna keep this because I have 2 of those. Kevin Aucoin, The Sensual Skin. I love this. Lisa Aldridge lipstick packaging. I don't need it. ABH Brow Freeze. Just okay, but I'm not going to return it, so I'm going to ditch the packaging. And then another Belt blush. No, it's the little sleeve for the Gucci bronzer. I'm going to keep that. At Night blush, one of my all-time favorite blushes. We have another Lisa Aldridge box. Ofra Press Powder in the shade Cameron White Beauty. I think this was a blush that they did in collaboration. I was not a big fan of that blush. This is the Lip Fetish in Sussy. This is another Midas palette. Infinity Point lipstick from Sigma. Pat McGrath. Lisa Aldridge. Natasha Denona Mini Love palette. Not my favorite mini palette, but I will be keeping that. Then we have another Raw Beauty Christie ColourPop. We have the Lash Brag Volumizing Mascara from ABH. This is just a sample. I'm not planning on keeping that. And then we have the Sigma Beauty Gel Eyeliner that they sent me. And that is it, kids. That's bag number 2. So I had one completely full garbage bag, and the second one was not so bad. And my bin is empty, so it will go right over there in my makeup room to collect more things so we can film this video in a few months. Hopefully it's a whole year before I fill up that basket. But you know me, I love makeup, so if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section or give it a thumbs up or do both. Totally fine with that. I know this is a little bit different of a video, but I really enjoy filming these, and it's kind of a fun way for me to give you quick reviews of products I've tried over the last couple of months. Sometimes I might have even forgotten about them, so this is a fun way for me to take a trip down memory lane and see what I've bought in the past. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending time with me. Like I said, I will leave the playlist for the series at the very end here, and I will see you guys in my next video soon. Bye!